Cut time. We are at 11 minutes. Cool. Right. Welcome to episode 7. Episode 7, yep, of KameCast, featuring myself and C4IQ. So what's good?
What's good?
It's good.
Damn.
So yeah, you actually said it. I was like,
Synergy.
Yeah. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about what fighting game players, or even asking and discussing what do fighting game players want from good netplay. Obviously we've got some notes up on the screen right now, as you should be able to see. I'm just gonna talk about a few of these headings, talk these topics, and see where we can get to basically in a discussion and see what needs to be improved. Because I think back in the day, in like the old retro fighting games like 90s times and before that, you know, like offline was obviously pretty much the only way you could get games, or like really good games, right? Like good quality. But nowadays, not everyone can make those kind of commitments just to how much they have to work. You know, there's a bunch of different reasons basically. Maybe it's too far, or there's no local near scene. They might not even want to go to offline. Might be too ill or whatever. You know, there's a bunch of different reasons basically. And in not too many years ago, you know, there's been obviously there have been games with like exceptionally good net code in particular, and there have also been games with, you know, decent rank systems, and not necessarily just in fighting games, but in any competitive game in general. Obviously, there are good competitive games out there, right? So, you know, we're trying to beg the question: why fighting games still so behind? Why is it that I can jump on Overwatch, play on American servers with about 100 ping, and still have, you know, a decent. When I played Overwatch, I played probably during season like 4 to 6. I played majority of my games on American servers, and I climbed fairly high. I think I got like mid-high masters or something, and it's like, if I can play a game with Americans from UK and there be lag and still have like a decent experience, why can't I do that with fighting games? What's the problem? And there have been fighting games that have done it before anyway. And pretty much everyone generally respects the rank system in Overwatch and other kind of games like that anyway. So yeah, it just begs the question: what are we doing wrong? What do we need to improve on? Which developers need a kick in the butt? You know. So yeah, I guess we'll start with. Well, I guess I'll ask C4 and the chat. What do you guys think? What would you guys want from a good netplay?
From Netplay, I mean, anything. It's gonna be like the proper cliche cop-out answer, but just use Skullgirls as the foundation, and then work from that. Because it's 2019, and there's tools in online that have been in the past and not now. And it's like, no, we wanted that. No one said like they didn't want it and they've just taken it out. Skullgirls pretty much has pretty much everything. Like, it's got 2-player online training, certain criteria when it comes to connection. It will tell you where it is. You can change your ping once you've seen the connection between your opponent.
But so what is that exactly? What's that about changing your ping?
I think it's basically it kind of gives you more or less frame delay. That's like the easiest way to explain it, I believe. Okay. In comparison to the connection.
So why would you ever want more? Like what situation would you want more in?
I think it will be it's basically for consistency.
Right. Okay.
So you can make your ping higher, which might make it worse for you, but it will be consistently as laggy, if you know what I mean. That it's consistent delay.
Right. So it'll be consistently. So rather than it being 0 or 1 frames, rather than it being ranging from 0 to 5 frames during the whole game, it would be like consistently 3 frames.
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I've gathered from my own information. So yeah, and I think that was the only game where you can adjust your ping, other than Fightcade. which is also on
Right.
GGPO. I think you can do it on that, but that's kind of like it's a PC emulator basically
Right.
for older
Right.
games. But yeah, I think just the infrastructure. I know I've heard stuff from people saying that basically the Japanese aren't too fussed about it because it's fine where they are
Yeah.
for their
They
infrastructure.
have.
So
Yeah.
Capcom's infrastructure for online is built for Japan. It's not built for outside
USA,
of Japan.
Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard because I see there's loads of online Japanese tournaments and
Yeah.
they don't seem to be complaining about it as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want sort of someone who's on the devs team going like, okay, this is fine over here, but what about over here? How is the online gonna how is it gonna feel? But saying that, a lot of people aren't very happy with NRS, and that's a US company, and
Oh wait,
a
people
lot of
aren't
US
happy with
people.
NRS? I thought people were happy with NRS online.
I've heard that it's some people having really good experience, some people don't have
Is
as
that not
good of
because
an
of people being
experience.
on Wi-Fi though?
What was that? Sorry.
Is that not because of people being on Wi-Fi though? I know you can see if your opponent's on Wi-Fi or not.
Yeah, you can do that, and apparently you can't duck them either
Right.
in ranked. Apparently, you see them on Wi-Fi, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. I guess I'm playing a Wi-Fi player.
Like
Uh,
this is one thing I was gonna talk about. Yeah.
that is a bit weird, but again, you can take that and you can basically apply it to everything. To me, I don't have bad online experience because I don't play people that are laggy. It's simple as that. I don't go on ranked and casual and play randoms, and if I do, I will only play them more if it's not laggy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go through my day going counting all my laggy matches and rematching them.
Yeah.
I don't really do that. Like, even when I play you, we play 2 matches. If it's laggy, we stop. So I don't get a bad online experience because I stop before it gets bad. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And with the games that are out now, there's always people to play, so you shouldn't
Right.
need to keep playing laggy people. My militant answer.
I think the problem with that is a lot of people are saying you don't have people to play, and the only people you have to play are laggy people. I mean, I do somewhat find that hard to believe, but I guess for some people it exists.
I mean, maybe that person's connection is that bad that they can't run into people. So there's the problem. I mean, there has to be so many people playing online on DBZ, for example, and that's one of the least played games out of this like generation, right?
Yeah.
You can always find players. I've played people in America on my PS4 and it's playable. It's 4 to 5.
Skull goes.
No, DBZ on my PS4.
Wait.
I don't get it.
Wait, you've played Americans?
I've played Shouts to I Super Shadow. He's in Canada, and I've played Anti Venom, and it was 4 to 5. I've had worse connections with people in the UK.
Wait,
so to me,
consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent. It's playable. Like if I didn't know them, obviously I wouldn't run it. I would not run the set. But I know them, so I'm like, okay, cool. This, you're streaming. Let's have a joke. Oh yeah, and they're streaming, when I'm doing this. So to me, it's a people problem, not an infrastructure problem, as much as people make it out to be. Obviously, the infrastructure is part of the problem, obviously. But if I can play on PS4, so on the other side of the world, and it's playable, not enjoyable, playable, 4 to 5, a strong 5. Let's go. It's to me, it's like clearly I am not the issue.
Right.
I'm not part of the problem, and neither is the person I'm playing on the other side of the world.
Right. That doesn't make sense.
No.
That does make a lot of sense, to be fair. I didn't know that. I might try to play some Americans now as well.
Do it, bro. Honestly, it's the way that you think it would play like it won't be as bad. I guarantee you it won't be as bad as you think it will. It will still be non-fun. Like you're not taking DRs, you're not blocking 6Ms, but you'll be able to do combos.
Fair.
So,
well, Scythe says that lag in Japan is still big, but Japan has a lot of local scenes, and people are playing offline. So more people are playing offline, less people complain about playing online. Right. I do think that is a factor as well. I think Japan is very, that is Japan. Like, offline is very big and like a thing for them. That's like standard basically in Japan. Offline, right? They have a lot of local scenes. Many even in the same city or area, which is obviously a great thing. And England, or not even England, Europe and America aren't, I wouldn't say, are necessarily on the same level. Um, and I also think that even without the local scenes, I think people in Japan are a lot more willing for like fighting games is kind of in their blood, right? They're a lot more willing to make the journey to get that hour or two of gameplay with a friend and level up. I feel like, so I do think that does make a difference, but I don't think that should be a reason for developers to be like, you guys aren't working as hard. You should just go and play offline. So I do think developers should take more care with their net play infrastructure. So games like common games that people praise for their net play infrastructure are Killer Instinct, Skullgirls, and well, I've seen people praise MK. Other than having to play people on Wi-Fi, which we'll get to in a second. This is pretty wild to me, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so Skullgirls and Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct came out in 2013. Skullgirls came out in 2012, and that was 7 years ahead. And there's things that we don't have that were in those games that were really good. Like you said, online training mode, which I think is. I'm surprised that isn't a standard.
I don't understand how Parsec is a thing. There literally should not be a reason for it. Not trying to shit on Parsec, but
we're saying, that's what we're saying.
Why?
Parsec is really good, but it's like, why does it exist? Why aren't developers just putting Parsec in the actual game?
It's how can you not have an online Cross Tekken had online training mode.
Yeah, This is another thing. Cross Tekken is another game.
Cross Tekken had online training mode. Marvel Infinite had online training mode.
Wow. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird how like people don't take the good things from other games and pass them on. But I guess developers are just
clean slate. They probably thought, "Oh, Cross Tekken was a flop. Just start fresh. Let's not pull."
You know what, guys?
Diamonds from the rough.
People didn't play. Cross Tekken died because it had online training modes. Yeah, people didn't want to lab. That's why they want to play the game.
People were too good. That's what killed the game. People getting bodied all the time. I do think this goes with the online thing as well. I know you're talking about people that make off and stuff like that.
Say again, sorry.
I know you're talking about how people can't make offline locals and events and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
I want to say people are just lazy, just straight up. I'm going to be that guy. People are lazy because I've seen Smash players for Melee have a minimum of 40 to 30 people on a Wednesday for 2 years. Everywhere, even over the Christmas period. Minimum of 30 to 40 people. And you know why? Because they don't have online. They have no choice but to come offline. So the better the online gets, the less offline we're going to have. Because people will be like, well, I can just play online. Whether it be bad or not, people are still doing it. If it was that bad, none would be playing online. It's clearly acceptable, even though people are moaning. And the better that becomes, the less offline it will be. Unless you're in Japan, where
they do both.
They do both, yeah. But I think everywhere else, maybe not America. I think America's got more of like, because America's so spread out, they legit have like, well, I can go to my local, which is 3 hours away, or the next closest thing is like 3.5, and that's a drive.
Yeah.
That's far. If you're in London, everywhere is an hour and a half on train. Hour and a half tops if you're going from south to west, right? Yeah. London is so condensed. This shouldn't be an issue, personally. And I used to live in London. It shouldn't be an issue. It's laziness. To
be fair, I wouldn't consider this discussion about London. I would say this is more about. I think generally this is more about. I think America in general, but I also think it would be nice if Europeans could play Americans and have a good experience.
Yeah, no doubt.
So although I do. So yes, I agree. Technically, on one hand, yeah, if people have good net play, what's the point in playing offline? But on the other hand, I can't play the Kill Sage or Nakio at Red Bull. So I'd still,
which is a shame.
Yeah, I'd still want to be able to play those kind of players at somewhere without having to go to a tournament and paying for £200, or let's say I'm paying like £100 for a train ticket or on a Eurostar. I'm paying another £100 for the Airbnb for the 4 days. I'm paying for food. I'm paying for travel when I'm getting the train. When I'm getting like train into London, and like when I get to France or whatever country I'm going to. So I don't have to pay like £500 just to get a first to three, or maybe a couple of first to threes with the Kill Sage at UFA.
Yeah, that's long.
You know what I'm saying? So I do. While I do agree with you, yeah, maybe in terms of the local scene, it could potentially have an effect, which I don't think it would in London anyway. Maybe I don't know how it is elsewhere, but I don't think it would have an effect in London because of how much we push it and push people to come.
Right.
But I also think it would be nice if I could play people in America or Japan with like a decent frame. I'm not saying it would be 1 to 2 frames or like 0 delay, but if I can have a consistent, frame delay with a game with people in other regions, I think that would be a good thing. So I do think we should still push for Netplay to be a good thing. At the end of the day, the people who will work hard regardless. Like, being honest. So having a good Netplay, like the people who stop going to offline because there's Netplay. Sorry, people who stop going to accessible offline just because there's Netplay wouldn't have put in work without the Netplay anyway. Like, being real.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like it wouldn't make too much of a factor. I mean, in London there are a few locals, but not many London people go to London events. But it's more than a few months. But yeah, it has increased. I think definitely has increased. But yeah, so if we talk about, so we said obviously good frame delay and like consistent frame delay at least. But it is one of the things that's important. And I think another thing that's important would be a meaningful rank system. There are obviously a few rank systems currently on at the moment, or currently available at the moment. So we have like Street Fighter 5. I'm not quite sure how that works. But the Skullgirls, which is still running. Obviously we've got Dragon Ball Fighters, and there is also MK11. Right, so it's some of the popular ones that we know of right now. And as you were saying. So in Dragon Ball, you can choose to not play certain people.
Yeah.
Also, now you can't tell who you're about to play, but you can still see the Z Union, so you can still see the Z Union, and you can kind of tell depending on what time of the day that they're on who you're about to play, especially if they're streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
It also tells you the match completion rate. Not exactly, but it basically tells you if they tend to rage quit or tend to like leave games early, and it also tells you if you've marked them, and there's another thing it tells you, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Marked. Was it marked?
It's gonna bug me now.
Yeah, say marked, marker list. No, marked. The completion rate, and something on the left, the green one. I can't remember what it is. If anyone can remember in the chat, let us know. Can't quite remember right now. But yeah. Oh, that's it. Follow. Is it follow? Yes, it is who you follow.
I thought it was like match completion rate or something like that.
That's what I said. If they're race quit or not, match completion rate, yeah. So follow is on the left, the blue one, I think. Then the middle one is the red one, which is the marker list, and then the one on the right is purple, which is match completion rate.
Right.
And then it also tells you the how good the connection, which is actual complete bullshit, because I've played people with 2 bars that it says 2 bars, and the frame delay has been between like 1 and 2 consistent. It's such like BS. And I've also played people with 4 bars, and the frame delay has been bugging, like bare bugging, like it's not very good.
It's almost as meaningful as your rank on that game.
It literally is almost as. I mean, I'll probably say it's more meaningful than the rank on the
It probably is, to be fair. It probably is.
So, but yeah, and in MK at the moment, I think you basically can see how much someone wins, their win ratio. Oh, this is another thing. You can hide that on Dragon Ball, which I think you should not be able to do. I don't know why they.
Yeah, you can hide like your
It makes
match to
no
win ratio,
sense,
right?
bruv. It makes no sense. I don't understand why they.
Who asked for that? Because you never used to be able to do that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, you never used to be able to do it. You have to physically do it. You have to enable it yourself.
I reckon someone said, "Oh, no one's playing me because they see me have like a 98% win ratio," and then they like, and because there's no RQ, like you can rage quit and there's no penalty. Yeah,
Right.
so they go, "Oh, damn, you've won this many matches out of this many. I'm good. F4."
But
Maybe
then,
that's why.
but then they
Maybe
can
that's why.
just. Okay, I get what you're saying. I think that's BS though. Those people just shouldn't be in ranked.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. But they are in ranked, and you can't get rid of them. And they're the people that, let's be real,
Yeah.
that's probably what the ranked mode is there for them people.
Fair.
I mean, to a degree. To a degree.
Rickster, what is good about Tekken 7 ranked? Write it in the chat below. Some people get ranked anxiety without the pressure of when you lose. Is better for some people.
Oh my god, this is so okay. All right,
I mean,
I'll let you talk.
it's just a game, bro. Like
I'm gonna blow someone up.
ranked or casual. I mean, I guess people get the same thing in tournament. I guess you could.
No. Sorry, no. You're wrong. Right. All right. Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Oh,
let me tell you.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you why Rickster and Ken Deep are wrong.
Oh my god.
This ranked anxiety nonsense. There is zero difference between rank and casual. Let me pull the wool from your eyes because everyone's clearly delusional, right? So this is. I've thought about it. This is what a person who thinks ranked is better or different to casuals would say. Oh, you're playing for something. You're not playing for anything. You're basically playing for fake Monopoly money. How can you go lower than fake Monopoly money? It's a currency that you get for not doing anything. You get for participating. If when you went on ranked, everyone started off with I don't know whatever 1,000 points, then even then you would have something to lose, even though it was made up. You start with 0 and you can only gain. How are you earning anything? There's nothing on the line. There's no anxiety. There's nothing to fight for because all you do is go, I played Alioun, he beat me. It's cool. Sorry, Darky, I'm using you. I want to go play Darky and get that BP back. What? What are you doing? Wasting your time on ranked. And then moaning when people get, not Rickster, like personally. You go on ranked, moan about people ducking you rage quitting and you're not winning your points. What do you think? Like, there is nothing in ranked. You could remember when Hook Gang God put that post about the person who's #1 on ranked, and all he did was farm with Freezer in that. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
From that day, why would anyone think ranked was any sort of show of skill? How? When they saw what that person did, and Hook Gang God, who was winning the summit and everything like that, wasn't at the top. I'm sorry, but this is just a bunch of files in the chat. Anyone in the chat that thinks ranked means anything or is different to casual, you're just a Faisal. There is zero difference besides bragging rights to other people that don't matter.
Shadow of Faisal, yeah.
What ranks go Ichi on PS4? Because if it's not 1, it's clearly wrong, right? Clearly it's wrong.
I mean,
And don't tell me that guy doesn't play online, because he does. You know what he probably does? He probably goes to casual or lobbies and plays good other good players.
Yeah, he does do that. He does do that. I do think ranked is. I think so. This is actually one thing, right? I do think ranked in its current state is good for practicing for first to twos in tournament. I actually think it's good for like. Oh no! Actually, let me rephrase that. Ranked in its current state is good for practicing against brainlet gameplay.
If I would agree with you if the format for rank was first to two, because the ranked format in DBZ, sorry, because the ranked format is infinite, it's stupid. It's you could literally find
I'm actually really angry that they changed it. I don't know why they changed it. First it was first to two, then it was first to three, which I think was great. I think that was good. Like keep it first to three, because obviously you can still play first to two in your head and be like, cool, I won the first to two, and you can also practice for if you ever get to grand finals. And you or top 3 or whatever, and you actually get the first 3, right? So it's good. I think it's a good competitive environment. And they took it away. Why would you take it away? I don't understand.
That That was silly.
And it
Like
also
making
is,
it infinite is so bad.
yeah, and
So
then
bad.
I feel like that's when it sets up for the like, okay, I have to win these 3 games or I lose, and that's what sets, in my opinion, that's what sets up for that's the pressure situation. If you technically know in the back of your head, I could just play another game, I could just play another game, I just play another game. There's no pressure. It doesn't the win doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
That's my opinion, right? So it's like who cares? No one cares. But it's all that's. But to be fair, you can also add to that. Someone might want to done you, bruv. So you better win that fucking game. You better win that game.
Well, see, this I think if you're gonna make a rank system, you have a match cap. So
Yeah, I agree.
even if you
I
don't
agree.
do like a first to 3, first to 2, you go right. The game goes, if you beat this person 4 times in a band, you ain't getting no more points from them because this is stupid. You're literally just farming at
Yeah,
this point, right?
I agree.
In a week's time, then it will reset. Then you can get points from that person.
Right.
But you can just sit there and farm off a person who's probably trying to get better. That's why they're still playing you and holding the L's, and you're just getting points because you're playing someone who's not very good.
Yep. I agree completely.
And because there's people like that, or that's the sort of thing that goes on, it ruins rank for everyone else who's legit who's only playing good plays to get their points for.
Yeah.
It makes it bad for everyone because it's an ecosystem that doesn't work off of the morals of you're earning these points by beating people. So if it said, okay, you're this ranked, you can only play people of your, another way to solve it.
So say again. You can only people of your what?
If you can only get points of people of your same rank.
Yes. But how would someone in a lower rank go into a higher rank?
Well, they'll keep beating people in their rank. They'll level up because if you can only get points off of people in your ranked, you'll obviously have to wait a lot longer for your matches. Granted, but at one point you'll exceed the cap of what you need to be in that ranked.
Right.
So when you rank up, you will play a bunch of new people, and it won't be people super better than you or super worse than you.
Right.
It'll be people around your level, and you
Okay.
just gradually grind that way.
So how would you implement it as a point system as it is now in Dragon Ball, or would you do it as a bracket system?
Yeah, point system. I guess that's the best way to do a shit job. To be fair, but yeah.
Because I'm thinking about it. How would you? I don't know. I actually don't know how I would do it. Like, there's a lot of ways. You could do a bracket system. You could do a point system. You could do a win percentage ratio system. I think the perfect idea would be one that implements all of them, or like an aspect of all of them. But I don't know exactly.
Like a rank system that's based on points. That's DBZ, isn't it? A rank system based on points.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't exactly do that because would you? So let's say someone in, let's say there's 10 ranks, right? First rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, right? First is the best, 10th is the worst. Right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's actually the 11 ranks. So 1 to 9, right? No, wait,
Yeah.
no, 1 to 10, 1 to 10, sorry. 1 to 10, right? The first rank's the best, 10th rank is the worst. If someone in the first rank played the third rank, and the person in the third rank beat the person in the first rank, would they get points?
So what, the person in rank above?
Yes.
They shouldn't get points, no.
They shouldn't get points.
No.
Why not?
They're farming.
No. The person in the third rank beat the person in the first rank.
The person punching up. So someone for me, in my infrastructure, they wouldn't be playing each other. But in that case, yes, the person who is the underdog should be able to get points.
So
I just wouldn't have them playing each other.
Okay, but then how would you?
He would get points by beating people in his rank.
But then how would you, thingy in the first place? How would you? What's it called in the first place? What's the calibrate? How would you calibrate what rank someone's meant to be in the first place?
I would say everyone starts off with a certain amount of points. I think rank system starting off with 0 is stupid. Because you aren't losing anything.
You're right.
You start off with a certain amount of points.
In the middle, right? Everyone starts off in the middle, right?
Everyone starts in, and people disperse from there. So you get people that are below average or above average.
Yeah. What's the word again? It's not osmosis, but what's the diffuse? You'll naturally diffuse the levels between them. Yeah, you're making a lot of sense.
That would stop. It wouldn't really stop it, but it will kind of. So you know Smurf accounts. You know, a lot of like casuals get annoyed about people that smurf.
Yeah, it would reduce Smurf count. I mean,
It was,
technically they could still lose games on
but they would
purpose.
smurf on the topper end because they're already in the middle. So all the casual players won't see the smurfs because the smurf accounts will start at an average in the middle and go up. Where at the moment, good players, when they make a smurf account, start from the bottom and have to go through everyone.
Right. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea.
Elo, there you go.
Yellow,
Elo system.
yellow system like chess. I don't know how chess exactly do it. I like
I
first
think
through best. I think the only way to
MMOs have Elo systems.
Yeah, Overwatch has an ELO system as well. Don't lose for one and done on Raikou. Rage quit. Yeah. You would have to do it first three. Tekken 7 does something similar. You lose less points for beating someone lower rank than you. I don't think that should be the case though, because this because it's not, because this is the thing, right? In Dragon Ball, this is just an arbitrary numbers, right? If I'm 1 million BP and I'm playing someone who has 600,000 BP, right? And I lose one game, I lose about 4k points, right?
Sucks to be you, innit?
Let's say one game they played godlike, and
Yeah.
I lose that one game. If we play 2 more games, for each one of those games, I gain 200.
You ain't
points.
getting that back. You ain't getting that back. You have to play him like 10 times to get that back, right?
So it's skewed. It's skewed, which should not be the case, right? At all, it shouldn't be the case. So I think you just have to not play them, not put them in the same, not play each other. Obviously, it begs the question. Okay, cool. Of course, it's great to play people around your level, but to level up, you also need to play people better than you, which is true. You can't just play people around your level. You need to play people better than you as well.
But then the grind will get you to that level to play them.
Right. I agree, but I think there should also be a lobby system, a casual system, where you can look to play people better than you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is sort of in DBZ. It's very vague where it goes like play people same level, above or below.
That's I think there should be. I think a perfect Netplay system for it's perfect, but it also still has issues. So I think the ranked issue we've solved. We've talked about. I think that's actually a good solution, like a really good solution. First to 3, everyone starts in the mid rank, and everyone diffuses like osmosis between the higher to lower ranks. I think that's a really good system, and it's.
Thank you. I'll get on to copyrighting that right now.
I mean, you still had some ideas for me, but it's cool. But yeah,
True.
I think that's a really good system. I think in addition to that, there should also be a casual queue system, or I don't want to call it casual queue. I don't like that name, but I think there should be a non-rank system. I think there should be 2 extra non-rank systems. Maybe 2.
A grind system.
Yeah, a grind system. A grind system where... Pause. A grind system where you...
Damn, I didn't think about that. Yeah, bit of a pause there.
A grind system where you literally ask, hey, I want to play people in the first rank. In group 1. I want to play people in group 1. I'm in group 3. I want to play people in group 1. And then there's also obviously the people in group 1 can also be like, I would like to play people in group 3 or whatever, or if people want to play me, I'm open to play, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there should also be maybe there should be a casual, for want of a better word, a casual queue where it just randomizes you and puts you wherever you want. Maybe. I guess you could have that as well. I guess you could also include that. Actually, you could do 2 in 1. You could do it so that you can. So basically, take the ranks, take what the ranked have in Dragon Ball right now, where you have, to look for a challenge, look for same or lower, right? You could take that out of the rank system, put that into the grind system, and then people can choose to play people better than them or lower than them. Then people who care about improving the general player base's level would do that, and the people who are high level and can't necessarily get similar level practice to them at the moment, they're just like, okay, cool, I just want to like chill out a bit, play, do some practice, and not
test out new teams, whatever.
I don't want to go too ham, right? They can do that in the grind system.
I think that's a good idea. Like even if they wanted to simplify it for like the devs, if that's too complicated for them, just go like, okay, they match you up with people with the same win percentage.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense.
And eventually it will thin out that, okay, you two guys are the only people with 97 win ratio. We'll just keep putting you two against each other, and eventually one of your scores are going to drop. It has to.
Yeah.
So that way you're still kind of playing people of the same level near the end, and then maybe you can restart your win streak or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. So I think that would take care of the net play and like the actual gameplay system point of it. Next thing, training mode, online training mode. I don't think there's anything else we need to say on it. Just put online training mode in. Simple.
Yeah, it can't be hard.
Yeah, it's whatever. Training mode itself needs to be usable. You need to be able to test out situations like easily. There's still some situations. There's still some situations in Dragon Ball that you can't actually test out. And I mean, to be fair, even if all you did was just actually sorry. Let me rephrase. Like I said, there's some situations that you can't test out properly in Dragon Ball by yourself. You need a second player, or you need a better system. The easiest solution would just put a second. Let me team mode with another player. That would be the easy solution.
Yeah.
But
you can't even do that.
Yeah, you can't even do that. The perfect solution would be to let me do it by myself and also let me test it with someone else. So basically make training mode better and basically make it more flexible. Dragon Ball at the moment, so it is more flexible at the moment, but there is still some flexibility issues in Dragon Ball with training mode. It's a long story. I've done it on stream before. I've talked to C4 before about it. And I've done team mode videos before as well. If you look at YouTube, there's still.
You know what would make you mad? If you play Skullgirls and go to advanced settings, it will make you so mad.
I've seen it. I've had a look. I hate Dragon Ball, but it's long.
It's in comparison, it's the worst. In comparison, it's good for where it is, and it obviously got buffed.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to if you compare anything to Skullgirls, team mode is horrendous.
A lot of things don't look at a lot of things compared to Skullgirls are not great. Dream rank system, best of five. So first three, only ranked rewards, ranked reset per map patch, ranked reset per patch. I think in our system, ranked wouldn't need to reset.
That's an MMO sort of elo system,
that's an
right?
MMO system. I don't think in our system ranked would need to be reset. Lose more than you gain. Why?
It's got to depend on who you're fighting against, right?
Yeah, but in our system, you'd pay people of your same rank.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like.
I think Larry might have said this while we was explaining ours.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe.
Filter by connection, Blacklist crossplay. Blacklist? No, I don't think Blacklist should exist. Unless ranked. Unless it's a universal blacklist.
Yeah, like a rage quitter.
Yeah, like a rage quitter. Then they don't get to play ranked. Then it's a universal blacklist. But I do not think you should be able to blacklist people because you don't want to play them. Bruv, you can't do that in tournament. You can't go to UFA and be like, oh, what? Man's got the kill stage. No, allow it.
No, I'm good, thanks.
You can't be like, I'm good. Let me, like, do you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like, do you know what I'm saying, bro? You can't do that. You shouldn't be able to blacklist people. I disagree. I completely disagree. I think if you have an issue with someone on a rank system, say they're exploiting it or whatever, then it's either they're exploiting it by rage quitting or they have a bad connection, then they shouldn't play ranked, and there should be ways to implement, or rather, the infrastructure should implement ways to filter those people out of ranks completely.
Fully.
Like I said,
think if you're not wired, you can't play ranked. You can go play the grind thing.
Yeah, I agree. If you're not wired, you can play if you're not wired, you can play the grind thing. But wired, you have to have either Ethernet directly connected to the your what's it called,
console
and the actual internet hub, or you have the the other thing where it's like you have Ethernet, it's connected to your PC.
Oh, the power plug.
Yeah,
there's a
That's what I have, and I use that with literally everyone I play when I'm not streaming. The connection is fine, and even sometimes when I am streaming, the connection is fine. But that should be the standard. That should be like minimum standard. And if you know you have issues with Netplay and stuff, They just don't play ranked. It's that simple.
Yeah. I think it's super militant to say like, well, if your connection's not good, don't play ranked. But you got to think. People say like, if you're serious about the game, you'll get an Ethernet. If you're serious about ranked, you'll get an Ethernet. If you're not that serious, you'll be happy to just go casual and play people. Right.
Yep.
So I don't think it's that.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. It's not an issue.
It's not,
Why are you even talking about it?
Yes, it's really not. Hold that. 4 matches losses. So, and I mean, however you wanna police the rage quitting is arbitrary. At the end of the day, once you decide on a thing, I mean, if it was up to me, one rage quit and you're done.
What, forever playing on ranked?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What? Permaban?
Yeah, bro. Ban it. Actually, no, because there are some. If there was a way to, I think if there was a way to distinct between rage quitting and your internet randomly cutting out, maybe someone steps on your Ethernet or whatever, or like it gets cut or whatever, or your power goes out, right? Because that does happen. Then I don't know. I think there actually is a way to discern whichever one happened. I'm not sure. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know exactly how. But if there was a way, then
that would be the way. Yeah, maybe just have like a strike system. And I mean, you get like 3 strikes. If at the third time, every other time before that was an accident, then you're clearly not designed to play online, right? If you get a power cut and your cat kicks your router, like that's clearly Zeno telling you you're not meant to be playing online. So you kind of got to hold it, right?
Yeah, fair. How do we deal with people with shit PCs? What you mean, like Tox?
He hasn't got a shit PC, dude. He's playing on a laptop. Don't get it twisted.
Fuck it, no. We discussed network tests to destroy your PC. Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't discuss it, but yeah, that would be standard.
Yeah. Come on, what do we do about people playing on laptop? Our laptops.
I think this is takes into account the network test. I think you need to submit a. What's that? What did they say? What were we talking about?
A CV?
Oh, I think we need to submit a fucking CRB check. No, fucking what's it called?
A connection test, network test.
No, not network. We already talked about that. Not speed. A specification tech. Specification.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Basically, not a CV, an SV, bro. A specification.
Yeah.
Specification.
You had to do that for some online tournaments. There's a couple of across Taken. You have to do
hardware test. Yeah, hardware test.
Yeah.
You have to submit your hardware. Yeah, benchmark. Thank you, benchmark. You need to submit basically your PC's not like fucking personal data and shit, but your specification,
specs.
Your specs. Yeah,
that's reasonable.
Submit your specs. I think that's very reasonable. And then it would get verified. You're like, okay, cool, you can play on this computer, whatever. That's that. I think that's great. I think that solves that problem basically. To be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think people need to not think of online as, it's not. We're not meant to have that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a word for it. We're not entitled to it. Right. There you go. Not everyone is entitled for it. Right. Some people deserve it and some people don't. Let's just keep it real.
No. Everyone deserves online. Not everyone deserves to play a meaningful rank system.
So they're not entitled to that. Yeah. So yeah, that's better. Yeah. If you've got a white connection, you deserve and you're entitled to play other people's connections.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
What if you had integrated graphics? Like, shut up, Ducky. Anyway.
There's always one.
There's always one, bro. Fucking hell. Alright, so yeah, I think so. We covered the meaningful rank system. We also covered the grind system, which is really good. I think that would help people, level up and play casual. Maybe if they have not necessarily consistent internet or whatever. And then we should also have a way to purposefully play a specific person in a lobby, like we have in Dragon Ball right now, a ring system where you can set up a ring. Hey, you join this ring here. This is the password, or this is for open ring for anyone. Come play. Boom. No allegiance to ranked or whatever. Also, no squares, none of that BS. Just your
Oh,
name.
threat levels and
Just
stuff.
yeah, none of that. Just your name and the rank that you're in. Simple. End of. I think that'd be good. In terms of how many losses it takes, I think if you lose like 10 in a row. No, let's say like if you lose a certain percentage within a certain number of games, you go down a rank. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's say like 70%. And if you win the 70% in the next set of 20 games, you go up. That's what I would say. Every 20 games it resets or something. I think that's reasonable.
That's for the grind, not for ranked, right?
No, for ranked. How would you want people to go up in ranked?
Uh, Sort of like the same way they've got now, like a rank up once you get a certain amount of points from playing people in your level.
Right. Okay. So let's say. For argument's sake, um, ranks 10. So 10 group 10. Sorry, group 10 has 0 to 100 points,
Yep.
and then group 9 has 100 200 points. So
Yeah,
on
yeah.
and
Let's
so
keep
forth,
it
right?
hundreds. Yeah.
And then you lose a certain number of points every time you lose. I think you have to lose a certain
Well,
number.
you start off at fifth rank
Yeah.
in
So
my one. Yeah.
everyone starts off at 500 points.
Yeah.
Wait,
So they've
500.
got something to lose to start with.
500. Wait, 100 to 9, 200 to 8, 200 to 7, 400 to 6. Yeah, so 500. Everyone starts at 500 points or 550 points at the midpoint of
Yeah. Sorry.
5.
Yeah. Mid of the mid. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think you should just gain 10 points every win. Keep it the same for everyone. Why is it different for every different people?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
If you're
keep
paying people of your level or of your rank, then yeah, it should be a flat out 10 points for winning, 15 points for losing, or something.
yeah yeah.
It's
Uh,
way simpler and it's more consistent, and
Wait, so you think
people won't get
losing?
discouraged.
You think you should lose more points? You think that you should lose more points for losing than you're winning points for winning? I think it should be
Yeah.
equal.
Or you think you should lose and win 10 points?
Yeah.
I don't think that's good only because
No, yeah. You're right. No, yeah. I think because you should be winning more than you're losing to go up a rank. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, because
But
otherwise I wanted to make it like harder to climb. It's easier to go down, but consistent players won't be losing that much.
but surely
So
you'd have to.
if you're a nut and you're one of those players that you can beat certain people, but you can't beat other people, you'll stay in the middle with that elo system.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Win 10, lose 15. Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that. That makes sense. And you don't win points for rounds. You win points for the set. You play a first of 3. You sit down. You make sure your wife's not gonna call you. You make sure your mom's not gonna call you. You make sure your girlfriend's not gonna call you. If your girlfriend calls you, you ignore it anyway. If your boyfriend calls you, you ignore him anyway. And you say,
Standard.
listen, I got this first of 3. It's going to take a maximum of 25 minutes to half an hour. In Dragon Ball, in other games, it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. In Dragon Ball, first 3 tends to be, if it's all 5 games, it can be half an hour. You sit down, you're like, okay, cool. This 25 minutes, I'm going to concentrate and I'm going to try and win. And then you play the game, you either win 10 points or you lose 15 points, and then boom. You either carry on with ranked or you say, oh, you know what? In this game, there's something that I missed. Let me go watch. This is another thing that's really important. Because when I'm playing ranked, there's so many games I'm playing, I'm like, oh, I forgot which game I wanted to go back and watch something.
Yeah.
So that's something. That's why when I'm playing someone, if it's like I'm learning a new team or whatever, or if it's not even that, just anything, right? I tend to not like. I don't like online playing more than like first to 7, because I'm not gonna watch back 19 games, bro. Unless I've literally, bro. Sometimes I'll get a notepad next to me and I'll be like, okay, cool, game 1, and I'll put game 1 dash. Or I'll do it on my phone. I'll put game 1 dash, and I'll play the game, and then I'll take 5 seconds off the game. Is there anything in that game that I wanted to check? No, cool. I'll put a cross next to it. Game 2 dash play. Oh, this game, yeah, there was something. Tick, and I'll write a quick note. Maybe Bluetooth command grab plus 17 assists. Lab how to review that, and then lab in that situation and see how I can get out. Cool, tick, boom. Game 3, plus GT Goku plus after vanish. Can I reflect? Can I level 3? Boom, tick. Game 4, nothing. Boom. Game 5, boom, boom, boom. And that's what I'll do. That's what I do for some of my games. Oh, another thing in replays mode in Dragon Ball, let us fucking rewind the VOD. But I don't understand why it's not there. It's so stupid. We can pause it, we can skip it, but we can't fast forward and we can't rewind. What are you thinking? Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway.
Export replays as MP4s. Play on PC, man. PC, you can do that. Yeah. But I know what you're saying. You should be able to do it on PS. Yeah.
Chess ELO ranking is still the best way. Check it out after the stream. I can check it out now. I'll check it out while C4 has something to say, if he has anything to say.
I mean, I can rant if you want.
Oof, go on. Go for a little bit.
What should I rank about? We can't rewind. Oh, I can rank about the replay system. Yeah, I think replays. I feel the definition of replays.
Wait. Tapioca just said no arcs is Netplay, basically.
What did he say?
He said no arcs is. When I was going through all the things about ranked and grind and casual, he said no arcs is Netplay.
Oh my god, it's such a scumbag. You know, okay, so let me go to this point. I've had pretty good experience with arcs online, to be fair. Like, from Guilty Gear, Persona, I didn't really play Blaz. But I had good connections with people that had good connections. I think if you're playing someone... Okay, so in Street Fighter 5, I could not connect with Jammers. And Jammers doesn't live that far. Like, I could not connect with him. Like, that's how bad the netcode was. Like, it wouldn't allow me to play Street Fighter 5 with him, but I could play other games with him. There's a guy called Jibs, the same thing. It's only happened in Street Fighter 5. And I remember when when I had the game and I was playing it a bit, I had to go into like some super dark web tech stuff where I had to open ports on my router and stuff to allow myself to connect with people on BT home broadband and all that sort of shenanigans. Like, it was like, damn, I want to play a game, not get a PhD in computer tech engineering. Like, it was stupid. When your infrastructure is that bad, then yeah. But I've never had that with an Arc System game. I never even had that with Marvel games. And Marvel was pretty bad for PS4. Pretty bad. Because that game was designed on an Xbox system. That's why it ran better on Xbox PS4. But now we've got like crossplay. I don't know if people have an issue with crossplay. Apparently, crossplay on Street Fighter 5, the PC player can give the lag to the PS4 player. Apparently. Like, and Jammers swears by it, and Theory Fire. They've played online, and Theory was saying like, yeah, I can press this button, this hotkey, and Jammers will feel the lag, and I won't feel nothing. It won't distribute the lag evenly, it will just give it to one person. Sort of like how Parsec works. Parsec does that as well, but that's because you're running, someone is the host. One of the people that are, the person who's opened up the Parsec and is running it, you're both running off of that person's PC, basically. So the person that's being host is going to feel more lag than the person who's... but yeah, online, just go offline, innit? If you really don't like online, go offline. Get a car, get public transport.
Get a car.
What do you want to do? Or go play Magic the Gathering or something. Go play a non-real time. Go play a card game. That time you've got time to think and stuff. Like, I mean, like Innie was saying before about like shooters, they don't have this problem. They don't have it. So either you go play a shooter, you play Skullgirls, or you suck it up, or make your own fighting game.
Wait, you guys can't hear the music? Deadass. Deadass?
Just C4. I am music, man. My soothing voice, my soothing ranting.
Stream, you might have been saying, you ain't been saying shit.
Shout out to Tapioca.
Can you hear it now? Yeah, you should be able to hear it now. Wait, I guess it was too quiet.
Let me test it. I don't trust
It
it.
is there. I'm sure you can hear it. I can see it on the...
Yeah, it is playing.
Yeah,
it's pretty quiet though.
It's still quiet now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That's better.
That'd be cool.
That's better.
Alright. I want to have it as background anyway. I don't want it to be like the same level because it's really can't really hear it. But anyway, cool. So that's what I'm saying. I kind of prefer it to be like you kind of hear it in the background, like you kind of notice it's there, but you don't really. It's not the foreground. Yeah. So we'll leave it. I'll leave it as it is right now. I'll watch it back as well so I can see exactly how it is. Had
Dark, yeah.
music in the background.
His music's whack. Don't listen to him.
Wow.
I can tell.
Cool. So yeah, I think that's that. So yeah, rank system, replay system we sort of covered as well. Voice chat? I don't know. Optional voice chat I think would be good. Because it would be nice if I could play someone I know online and be like, hey, cool, let's review this game. And not have to use Discord or some other external third party thing. So it would be nice to have that as an option. Obviously I'm not trying to be voice chatting bare randoms online. But if it's someone I know and I want to review the game with them, I think it would be good to have a voice chat in there.
I'm surprised there's not a Discord on console. Because Discord was literally designed for comms while gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So why they haven't made an app on PS4 or Xbox is beyond me.
Probably because they're trying to get paid for it, and PS4 don't want to pay them.
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
It's a possibility, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either if that was the case. I mean, Discord could make a lot of money, realistically.
MK voice chat is jokes. Nah, I've watched Tom Brady, bro. It's not jokes, bro. I mean, it's jokes from the outside, but...
Yeah, it's not jokes when you're receiving it.
You wonder why people don't stay in the scene. Go watch a Tom Brady stream, bro. And that guy is good at the game, and he gets the most amount of hate.
For no reason. I don't understand it, but anyway.
Shout out to Shuridan.
Oh... Dude, you're trash. Why are you mashing? Why are you mashing?
Why am I still getting hit by it?
Oh. Anyway.
He's on the leaderboard. I think he... You know what? Fuck it.
He's
Yeah,
gonna DM you and be like, bro, allow it.
I know, he smoked me earlier today. It was mad laggy.
Oh.
If you watch our match, me versus Shuridan, it's going to look a lot like Cali versus...
Oh.
Do you see him when he stuff you whiff before he hit me with it, and I couldn't escape it? But it's cool.
You don't need to do that.
I know, that's why I didn't say in the chat. I just said thanks for the games. But he knows. He definitely knows. I just don't want to boy him out in front of his, followers and that.
What about the followers? What's it?
Well, I mean, he's got points. I have to show some respect.
What's the zombies in that?
He's on the DBZ leaderboards. I have to show some respect. I ain't got any points, so...
I hate that shit so much. Anyway.
Does it burn? Does it burn in your soul?
I think it's so stupid.
Number 2 ranked. I was talking to him.
Number
I was
2?
like...
Oh, you mean online?
No. So I was saying... I'll come trolling saying, oh, you're third ranked UK, so who's number 1 and 2? And you went, oh, it doesn't rank you by your region. It ranks you by the region of the lobby that you play in the most. Stupid. Right? That's DBZ.
You mean Dragon Ball Online, right?
Yes, Dragon Ball Online. So if you're in northern, I don't know, if you're in Venezuela, that's where you play most of your matches. It will rank you as a Venezuelan.
Right.
I don't even know that's what you call them. Then I said, oh, so who's your top 3 in the UK? And I said, Armsy, Obi, Fish. And I kind of wasn't trolling, to be fair. And he said, oh, I've got points. And I was like, okay, that makes you the second best in the UK. He goes, OBU, then no one else. Are you better than RMZ? And he went, no. Well, he said, points don't lie, but his face said no. But his mouth said, the leaderboard points don't lie.
Wait, RMZ, Obi, Fish? Not Rudy?
The top 3 in the UK. I think Fish has been a Rudy.
Really?
Now. Yeah, I do. I think Fish is on another level. I think Rudy would have been on another level.
If what?
If he didn't stop playing.
Oh,
yeah, if he didn't take the hiatus.
I play Fish every now and then. I play Fish a lot, I think. And I don't know.
You think Rudy's better?
I mean,
everyone can have their opinion, bro. No one's gonna gun you down. Oh, maybe they will.
I think Fish plays GT Goku.
And you can't say the same about Rudy playing Kid Buu.
I don't think it's the same. I honestly don't think it's the same.
So you... Okay. I don't know. I don't see the difference between GT Goku... Well, Yamcha GT Goku, let's be real, right? Yamcha GT Goku.
I think...
And Bardock Kid Buu assist.
I think GT... Okay, no, yeah, that's kind of busted. But I think... I do think Fish is one of the best in the UK. I do agree with that.
Just not top 3?
I think that GT Goku assists. I think no, it's not assist. Right. I think GT Goku does steal some games.
So you think he's getting carried?
No, not getting carried. Because it's not every game. But I think
you think he's running in first class while everyone else is in the back?
No.
I don't. Okay, what do you mean?
I'm saying there's about it's not just for Fish either. This is every GT Goku player. There are some games where GT Goku will press you a 5L. I mean, I guess you could technically say this for every character, right? There's some things that some characters can do and other characters can't, which is true. That is true. That is fact. Some characters. This is why we're going off. This is going a bit off topic, but anyway. Actually, no. We'll talk about this after we finish this podcast. Fucking hell, you've got.
Okay, yeah.
Why you take off so off course, bro? Oh my god.
I don't even know how you got here. We're talking about Shuri then. My bad. Yeah, that's my fault.
Next time, I'm gonna. This is good practice. I'm gonna know how to reel you in next time. Anyway.
But on the next episode.
Fucking hell. On the next episode, yeah. Alright, what else are we gonna say? Again, so we talked about rank, talked about grinding.
I think you wanted to talk about being able to decline wireless.
Oh yeah, being able to decline wireless. I just think they shouldn't. Yeah, we already said they shouldn't be ranked, and then you get the option to decline and think. Oh, also, you have to, like I said, you have to play in ranked. You have to play everyone you get given. I think that's the standard. You have to play everyone you get given. Simple. You wouldn't necessarily play everyone in your thing, but you have to play everyone. If possible, it would be nice to be able to play overseas people as well. But if not, I think limited to the region, Europe, and what's it called? Americas and Asia. Cool, done. Whatever. I think that's it. I would say that's kind of it. I would say anyway. Unless there's anything else.
I haven't got any more notes.
What do you define stealing games as? I define stealing games as 5-0ing someone like brainless mid-screen, and then being able to burn 7 bars on your own and doing 8k damage. That's what I call stealing games.
Strong.
I don't know. Can any character?
It's very specific as well. Very, very specific.
It happens way too often. But I guess maybe if it happens too often, it's not stealing. I don't know. To me, it's ridiculous.
That's tax.
Oh my god, I think that's ridiculous. Because this.
I mean,
bro,
Vegeta can do that.
Bro, some teams in the game can't do that.
But Vegeta can do that, and Vegeta's nowhere near GT.
Vegeta? Which Vegeta?
Vegito, sorry.
Can
Vegito. He can just press 5 or bruv, come there.
Can he spend 7 bars by himself? And level 3
No, he can spend 4. He can spend 4. Okay, he can't spend that much on his own. No.
That's my point.
Spend like, okay.
Some teams.
Yeah. You're right.
Cannot spend 7 bars effectively. He does that by himself. That's my problem with the character.
And that's the robbery.
That's the robbery.
Okay.
That's where the robbery comes in. The other stuff, his assists, bruv, obviously you don't have to do with it. You have a super jump over it, you back that shit or you reflect it, whatever.
So, is it a case that he can do a thing that no one else can?
He can do a thing that teams can't.
Okay. I mean, so can Boo, but it's cool. I'm not even a Boo hater. I'm not a Boo hater.
I know you're not a Boo hater, but that's a character's tools. GT Goku can...
But what's the difference? What's the difference between a tool and that?
You know what? We're gonna end the stream here.
Damn, I mean,
not the stream. We're gonna end the podcast so that we can talk about this more. So yeah, thanks for everyone tuning into podcasts. It went kind of off track towards the end, but hopefully you stayed for the whole thing. I think we covered everything we wanted to talk about in the Netplay discussion. Damn, Tien looking kind of privileged.
I tried to ignore it.
Alright, cool. Thanks everyone for watching. Peace out. Hope you come
In
to
a
another
bit.
stream soon. I'll see for plug your stuff or whatever.
Oh, situational damage, everything. Twitter, Reddit now, but you won't see me post anything yet. YouTube and Twitch. I do matches between other players. I don't claim it as my content, it's the players' content, and I won't be sending it to people to use to do analysis on. So yeah, you should check it out.
Right.
I'm a nice guy like that.
Bless. Alright, thanks. Thank you, C4, and thanks to all the viewers. Peace out, guys. Alright, cool. So, GT
Okay, go.
My man can.
No, I know why he's an issue. I just want to know what is the difference between GT being a robber and Kid Buu it being a tool that the character has.
So
what is the difference?
Which specific tool are you talking about?
He can 2M. He can 2M from full screen. Right. One of the few characters that can 2M. You know what you're doing on your stream? Reflect punish.
Right.
Other characters have to do. Yeah. Right, he can 2M. Right. Okay. How is that alright?
Right. How is that alright?
How is that alright?
Okay, cool.
Allow it, Larry, please.
What did Larry say? Kid Buu
is all mine.
Bruv, I love Kid Buu, but we can't chat shit. We actually can't chat shit. He's not all mind games, but he does some good shit. Right. Okay, cool. First of all, the 2M damaging on the damage scaling of 2M is horrendous, and so is the hit stun. So I get what you're saying. It's a really good tool, and it works where a lot of people's stuff wouldn't, and it is generally a higher reward, but it is still a relatively low reward. It's not.
Sorry, go on.
No.
I was gonna say it's a low reward in comparison to GT. You're not comparing it to other characters that have to do beam vanish.
I can understand that. Actually, yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, so you're not going to die from it, but it's going to be probably double damage. Like, if you go, okay, I'm Buu, I'm going to use 1 bar, and I'm Goku, I'm going to do beam, use my bar straight away.
Right.
Like, Buu's going to get almost double, maybe not double, about a quarter more damage, right?
Yeah, understandable.
But I understand that GT, yes, doing...
Don't change the discussion to GT versus GT Kid Buu. That's not what the discussion is. What's wrong with you, bro?
Okay, cool. Alright,
no, not you. No. I'm talking to Darky, by the way. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, GT is honest.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh my god.
No. I'm talking to Darky in chat. But yeah. As you were saying, carry on.
The comparison from Kid Buu to GT is obviously it's not like GT and Kid Buu are two sides of the same coin, but GT side of the coin is fucking massive, right? So it's massive because you die from what he does.
Right.
You don't die from what Kid Buu does. You slowly suffocate. Right. GT just obliterates you.
Yeah, GT does it in one interaction.
Yeah, like
that's the I think. I feel like with Kid Buu, you learn from that interaction, and you're like, cool, I'm not doing that shit again. With GT Goku,
you're not learning while you're suffocating, bruv. He suffocates. You don't learn. Guess incorrect.
Bruv, you learn to not do another. You learn to not do beam vanish and not confirm whether or not it got reflected or not. You're like,
but that's not the way he gets in. You do a beam, you cannot vanish. He will UM you.
No. You can't. Not if it's on the ground.
No, not in the ground. Sorry, yeah. If it's in the air. Oh, even without these beam stuff, like Kid Buu clearly has things that 5M. You can't defend 5M.
5M's pretty good.
He's the only one who does that.
If it whiffs though.
Why would it whiff? You always do 2M first.
Oh, you mean in a block string?
You can do it raw if you want. That's still pretty good. I've seen people do that as part of the mix when they get double overheads. You do L. No, what does that? There's something they do where they kind of do. You know the staircase down to the ground. They do like L M, but the M whiffs and then they go back into L.
Nah. So what they do So you do L, you do M, and you do L again, and the L whiffs depending on when you press it. But it's also depending on how the person blocks. This is really actually easy. This is actually really simple to block to defend against, but no one fucking nabs it. If you just stand block after he does M, so this is how you block it, right? So he can do 2 overheads, right? Or he can do 1 overhead into a low. Which is what every character can do, by the way.
Yeah.
But if you see him do M, you just block high. That's literally all you do. You just block high. If you block high like relatively like quickly, the L will always hit high. It will always actually make contact. What people do though is they block L, they block M, and they're like, oh, this is a mid. I can block it crouching for whatever reason. And then they realize, oh wait, he has H, which is also overhead. I need to go back to blocking high again. And then that's when we Kid Buu players abuse their lack of understanding how to block against Kid Buu, or their quick reaction time, to then whiff the L and go low.
Right.
That's what we do. There's also
Seems
another.
pretty good.
There's also fuck off.
Seems pretty good.
There's also another answer to it, but I'm not gonna say that because that will blow me up. So
Oh, you know what? Sorry, no. I confused the situation. I think I've seen someone do like snap, jump M, and then do the light. So the second hit of the M doesn't come out.
Right.
That's messed up. That's super messed up.
That's fake though.
It's not fake. It's that it's safe.
It's safe? What do you mean?
Like I can't counter poke you. So if I'm coming, well, I can super obviously, but after a snap, if you do jump M from that distance,
right,
I can't hit you. Where most characters have to do like a jump up, light. Do you know what I mean from a snap?
Oh, you mean the distance?
Yeah. So he can do M from a distance where it's like I'm cool.
I mean, sure. I don't. Is that a big thing though?
It is when people are getting level 3'd on incoming.
But they can just level 3.
You can't vanish.
Oh, you're saying that. So basically, he can gel you where some people can't. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I know obviously you can do the IAD snap to not worry about level 3s, but he can just do jump M and kind of quote unquote guarantee block stun from any snap without having to do IAD bullshit. Like the character's broken. Like let's keep it real, right? Bull is really good. 5M is broken because no one else has it. To me, it's broken. You can't reflect him. His Gatling is.
I mean, you can't reflect it.
Reflect. No, you can reflect it, just not on his M's.
Can you reflect Kid Buu's or not?
Well, Kid Buu you have to do it 3 times because he could do 5M, which is 2 hit, then 2M, which tracks. With hit, you only have to do it once.
No, you only reflect 5M once on Kid Buu.
You only reflect 5M.
Yeah, if you're reflecting 5M, you only need to reflect them once.
But then you have to reflect 5M and then the 2M.
Yeah, but we have to do it here as well. 2M and 5M. You reflect. Oh, sorry. If you reflect the first 5L, you reflect the second one. Then you have to reflect.
Yeah, you don't reflect L's. No one's talking about L's.
Okay,
M's,
cool.
just M's.
Okay, cool. So
M's. Yeah.
5M reflect that from here. Then you also have to reflect 5H. Then you also have to reflect 226LL.
I mean, reflecting the first one would make no difference.
Reflecting the first one, why not?
Because the second one's going to get you anyway. But with Kid Buu, it's a mix-up. It's actually a mix-up.
Is it?
It kind of isn't.
How?
It's kind of a mix-up. Because you can do 2S, which will blow up someone for reflecting mindlessly. You could do Bull, which basically negates the push block, negates the reflect. You can do a lot of shit, bro.
Alright, Kid Buu's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah. But
I mean, I'm carried by Kid Buu.
Mate, I like Kid Buu. I think Kid Buu's gassed.
I also think he's the hardest top tier though.
What out of Bardock?
Out of Bardock,
He's the top tier, I guess. Tohan?
Teen Gohan, Bardock, Adult Gohan, Kid Buu, GT Goku. You know, the usual suspects.
You think it's harder than Tohan? I don't think it's harder than Tohan. Execution-wise, I think Tohan might be harder. I don't think it's harder to play.
I think execution-wise, it's a choice to do all that bullshit, and it's not a necessary choice to do all that bullshit that people do. I've seen more people. I say this every time Tohan comes up. I've seen more people drop games because they try to do the Ultimate Team Go on stuff. And I've seen
Mhm.
people drop games because they did the simple stuff.
Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, yeah, like, I was reaching for someone who's harder than Kid. I think
Yeah, I think Kid
I've always
Boo's,
said that.
if Kid
I've
Boo's,
always said that.
he's very high reward, but he's also very high. You have to put a lot of work in. He's
But
very different. Well, not very different, but he's quite different to the majority of the cast.
I will say you don't have to play him like that to get the same effect.
I can see that. No. I think the amount of like standard play you can do with him and still be good is high, but to get the really to get the most out of him, you have to play him like that. To get the most out of him.
I mean, yeah, to be optimal, yeah. I think a mediocre Boo can open you up as much as a person who plays Boo, like a legit player can.
I agree.
Damage wise, I do agree with you. Like a proper Boo player will
not just
definitely.
damage wise. So I would say damage wise, I agree. A proper blue player obviously would optimize that shit. Neutral wise, a proper blue player would first of all not get caught as much, and he'd also catch you as much, and he's also real. I'm. This is gonna sound like I'm fucking blowing my own trumpet, but there's only 2 or 3 blue players that actually make effective use, like fully effective use of his command grab. There's only like 3. Me, Heapski, and maybe Kazunoko.
Damn! Wow.
I'm being
He's
dead serious.
putting on that pedestal, bruv.
I'm being dead serious, bro. Heapski played Kid Buu for about a week or 2, and I saw him use. I saw him use more command grabs than Rudy in his entire gameplay.
Damn. You're not wrong though.
I'm not wrong.
You ain't wrong. You're not wrong.
There's not a lot of Kid Buus that fully actually make use, and you can ask Moss as well when I play him. Ask him what happens when he double jumps in the corner. It's not fun. It's just really not fun, man. You can ask Tapioca as well. Tapioca is funny, but
he's caught them hands.
He's been brought to the ground a couple times. That's what I'm saying. He's been brought to the ground a couple times.
Sick.
So. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. F for Sonic Fox? I mean, it'd be like that. I'm not saying he is a better player than me, but he doesn't make the most out of all his tools. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I was at his house when he 214 HP. Oh shit, Moss is in chat. Oh my god.
What a snake.
What a snake. I'm just kidding. What's good, Moss? Man like Moss. Moss is low-key always in the chat though. In the podcast. He's low-key always there. He just never types. He's told me he's always lurking.
That's sick, bro.
It'd be like that. The shadow supporter. I respect it. But no, you know what? I will take it back. I do think Fish is a really good player, even without GZ Goku. I've never played him without GZ Goku, but I think even without GZ Goku, he'd still be like one of the top players.
Top 3?
Nah, I'm better than him.
So you're top 3?
I'm top 3.
So it's can you just say the order for the stream just so I don't mess it up.
Actually, I haven't played Rudy yet, so I think it might be Rudy. But only people who, I need to play Raw Kid more as well. I want to play Raw Kid more. I think me and Moss are also on the same level, because people have only seen us playing 20, and obviously I've won every one. But if you guys see us playing casuals, there are some games where I look like an actual scrub against Moss. There are genuinely. There are actually some games I look like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He genuinely bodies me in it. Like last time we played, I think he won like the first 5 off rip, like quick. I'm talking about 3-minute games, bro. Like it was a body, bro.
Damn.
So yeah, people have only seen us playing 20, where it's been in my favor, but yeah, he is the same level in my opinion. Like I'm never comfortable when I'm playing him. It's always long. So
I mean, you definitely ducked the question for top three because I
fuck
I
it.
would always say
Alright,
Moss is in top 10 anyway. Yeah,
RMZ
yeah.
when he's playing an actual consistent team. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the problem though. This is the problem with saying, oh, okay, number one is him, number two is him, because OB doesn't beat RMZ,
Right.
but other people beat RMZ, but no one beats OB. But RMZ beats OB.
It really be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it really OB like that sometimes.
So it's up to you what you value more.
I would say
Do you value the person with the number one headband, or the person who's got the number two headband that killed everyone else?
I mean, definitely 1 and 2 is RMZ and OB. Either way, whichever way you want to put it, one is RMZ or one is OB. Either way, I would say them two.
Okay.
In terms of consistency, it's obviously those two.
Man definitely reflected. Actually, no, he done the Vidal reflect.
Wow.
The straight dodge. It's cool though. I don't really need an answer. I just want to know who you got third. That's
who I've got third.
Yeah.
I think it's a toss up between Jake, Rudy, me, Fish.
Jake.
You don't think Jake's good?
Jake. Third.
Damn.
Third in UK.
Okay, nah, that's it.
I mean, Jake's good. No, Jake's good. I said it like
obviously...
I'm not trying to blow him up. Jake is good.
Jake's great. I think he chokes in tournaments, but other than that, he's fairly solid. I need to play him again though.
I saw man get touched up by Full Metal, bruv. He can never be third again.
Oh, hey Jake, defend yourself.
I'm sorry, bruv. Shout out to Jake.
Shout out to Jake. Wait, Kid Buu has a command grab? Of course. What do you mean? Is anti a command grab?
Must be trolling.
Surely you're trolling, please.
Or maybe he was right. No one else uses it. He hasn't played you, Heapski, or Kaz. He doesn't know.
I guess so. Bro, every time someone does an untrue vanish against me, bro,
Get gripped.
It's long. Oh, that's a joke. Okay, cool. I'm happy. I'm glad the joke went over my head. I'm actually really happy.
So it was Jake, and I lost my mind. Jake Moss. Is it Moss?
Jake, Moss, Fish, and Rudy, and me.
Jake Moss.
Oh, I guess Raw Kid. But I think Raw Kid.
Generous.
I don't know what it is about. Damn.
You know what it is? He's not third best in the UK. That's what it is.
I don't want to.
I mean,
I don't want to say anything because I think people. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I think if Raw Kid played a lot more, he'd be really good. I mean, he already is really good. But I think. I don't know. He doesn't. Does he play a lot online?
He plays people.
Certain people.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I would just say I don't think he's top 3. I don't even think he's close, and by close he's in single digits. I don't think he's double digits.
Right.
But I would put any amount of money Fish beats him.
Fair.
And probably Rudy.
Fair.
Maybe. I think Jake could beat him, but he will never beat him.
I think it's fair. I see what you mean. I think it's a toss up between him and Jake Rockid. As in who's better. I think it's kind of 50-50.
Oh, what, Jake and Rockid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're very similar. I think there's very similar levels of skill. I just don't think. I think both of them will get bodied by Rudy. Maybe not bodied. Body's a strong word.
Yeah, body's a strong
word. In a first to 5, I wouldn't bet against
Rudy.
Fish or Rudy. Yeah.
Fair. I can see that.
I think they're two. It's like Rockid and Jake are very emotionally
that's
charged when they play, and they crack. Like Fish very rarely cracks, and Rudy cracks, but he gets his focus back really quick.
Yeah. Fish cracks against Gohan and Kid Buu. As in, like, together. Not, like, individually, but Kid Buu and Gohan in conjunction. Whoever's on point, it's long.
Yeah.
To be fair, so do a lot of people. I even me, bro. When I'm blocking Kaz, I'm like, damn, this is what it feels like. this is what it feels like.
Oppression, mate. Oppression.
It's very long. So yeah, I would say, I do think it's unfair to be like, oh yeah, he's carried by DT Goku. I don't think that. And I don't
It makes
think
his life easy. It makes his life easy.
Yeah, it makes life easy. And I don't think DT Goku steals games to the point where it's consistent enough to be considered a carry. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's like every 10 or so games, you'll get touched for 5L across the screen and you'll die for it. And it's like, damn, no other team would have done that. But it's not consistent enough to be like, yeah, that's carrying you. That one specific thing is carrying you.
You know what? Thinking about that, I'm changing my order. I think it's OB RMZ
Yeah.
Fish. Yeah. OB he's been getting public transport. RMZ just got Ubers. Every season he's jumped in another Uber and got to his place, bro. If he played his whole team,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah. No, OB another one. Bro, I tried to get you to pick OB or RMZ and you didn't. You didn't. I'm straight up picking OB. Sorry. Like, RMZ is probably the better player, but
he's not the more how do I say this? I would say RMZ is the better player, but OB would perform better in the same scenario at the moment. I feel.
I got one. RMZ is a better fine game player. OB's is better at DBZ.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, I agree.
He's just better at DBZ.
Yeah,
like, if you look at his team and look what RMZ has gone through.
Yeah.
Like,
RMZ
it's night and day.
He just needs to play fucking Cell, man.
He should be playing Cell. I don't
understand why you ever dropped him.
You know why? Because there's better things. And he picked the better things. Man got in the Uber.
But better things don't always breed better results.
No, that's why RMZ loses to the oddballs here and there, and OB only loses to Akione and RMZ.
I'm speechless.
I'm not lying, bro. Like, I think RMZ would beat Akione.
And Wawa.
Everyone loses to Wawa, though.
Oh, you're right. One second.
Everyone holds L's to Wawa. But, like, yeah, RMZ's too.
Wait, hang on. Let's make a list then. Oh shit! Hang on 1 second. Who is the UK C4IQ's UK list? UK list. What's your top 10? OB,
top 10.
RMZ. Let's say top 5. OB, RMZ, Fish. Who's the next two?
Shit. I've got to jump off in like 5 minutes, but we can do this. OB, RMZ, Fish.
So you go for as long as you can. As long as you can.
So 4th place, I would probably give to. I have to go Rudy in it. Oh, I really don't want to, but I have to do Rudy. Rudy 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to put Shuridan 5th.
Shuri.
I think Shuri beats Jake and Raw Kid.
I think Shuri beats Shuri.
Shuridan, not Slade. Shuridan, yeah.
Shuridan.
I mean, he's second best in UK on the leaderboard. I don't know what to say.
Stop shouting, bro.
Bro, I don't see Jake beating him. Raw Kid, I think it's about even. Maybe. No, actually, no, I don't. I don't think it's even. I think Shuridan beats Jake. I think Shuridan beats Raw Kid ever so slightly. Legit. I mean, this is my I mean, you can argue it. Like, we can argue it later. I think at the moment,
keep going. So 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and 10th.
I would put. I would probably put. This is weird power scaling, but honestly, I would put Moss / you. I think used to. I can't pick who's better, even though you beat him more in tournament. I think Moss's gameplay is some of the best in the UK. Like, how clean he is some of the best in the UK. So it's a bit biased why I pick Moss.
I mean, he plays on Hitbox, isn't it?
Oh, snap. I actually did forget about that, but he does play on Hitbox. That explains everything. But I would put used to there because you also beat Raw Kid.
I mean,
in tournament.
I've beat Art in tournament. I also beat Art in the first 10.
You did? But when was the last time you played Art? when it stays on.
Yeah, when
The
it stays on.
one in
When it stays on,
the
yeah.
one in what was it? Croydon? No, Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah, the tournament.
But then I could say what happened in versus fighting.
I didn't play art.
I know because you didn't get a chance to because art got too far. I mean, I could say that.
You know it doesn't work like that.
I know it doesn't work like that, but I didn't. I don't agree with how tournaments are run. But anyway, all right. So you want to be you?
No.
What you really want to do is you want to be hit higher than Shuridan.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that we can't really use, if we're gonna use, like, we can't use tournaments where we haven't played each other.
No, but I can use Shuridan's got points.
Can you?
I definitely can.
Because no, you could say because someone could make the argument, and this isn't just to like BM.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm listening.
This is
I'm
just to
listening.
everyone. But you could say that I had to play people who weren't as good as people that Shuridan were playing. Someone
Yeah,
could
you
make
had
that
you had a harder run.
Yeah,
you could say you had a harder run. Yeah, no, you could say that. You could say that.
And I'm not saying this to BM on art. I think art's a great player. But I'm saying what criteria are we using?
The criteria is it's literally I'm thinking of a set. Actually, that's pretty fair. I'm thinking of a first to 5 set in my head. Who would win? And I think art is so he doesn't change his game plan where you do. You try to adapt, and we've been having this conversation for literally like the last 2 days about people throwing feces and people trying to react. Art is a feces aficionado, bro. He is always throwing shit.
Wait. So you think that in the first to 5, someone who throws feces is gonna beat someone who tries to adapt? In the first to 5.
5 is enough. 5 isn't enough. I don't think 5 is enough.
Sure? Because I played him in the first to 10. I mean, you know how
that was a long time ago. That was a different patch. That was pre-GT.
But you're saying the game plan hasn't changed.
His game plan. He's feces. He's throwing them like baseballs now, bro. They're hurting him, bro.
So dead.
His pitching arm is immense.
Hey, you are jokes. You are actually jokes, bro.
But Shuridan's sick, and that's why. Because he will not stop throwing that shit at you. And when it hits you, now he's going back to TN. Guaranteed combo.
You know what? I think Shuridan's TN... Okay, this is going to sound bare BM, but... I honestly think... I mean, yeah, whatever. He can take it how he wants. It's not meant to be like very rude or whatever. But I think Shuridan's TN is the closest thing to a carry in the UK of any character, any player and any character.
Yeah, that damage makes a hell of a difference. I've told him that. I said if you can't swap TN without someone who does the same damage, or otherwise you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, that's honestly how I feel. I've said it before, and I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I mean, fuck it. The game if I picked TN. I'd also have to touch the opponent a lot less with Kid Buu. It is what it is. But
yeah, no, that's his team comp, and it works for him.
It does work for him.
Like,
I agree. So yeah.
I don't think he would take that as disrespect, bro. I don't think he would.
TN carries Harry and Shuridan? Nah.
Harry as well. Damn. Do
you think?
I think it's Tohan's auto combo. It's a good auto combo. It's a good auto. Like, why would you not do it?
Yeah. CBK? Bro, I'm down for a CBK. I'm down for a first 5. I'm down.
You won it. You won one next week.
Yeah, true. That's what's that though? First 3, first 4?
First to... Oh, there's 4 of you in it. It'll be first to 3.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I'm down for that. But I mean, I'm down to like CBK people in the UK, first 5. In the first 5, I'm pretty confident against most people in the UK.
You know, everyone says that.
Who says that?
Everyone says in the first to 5, I'm pretty confident. You said it.
People in the UK.
Yeah, Faisal said the exact. I asked him about the CPK, and he went, "I think I could beat everyone." Xerox said the same thing, even though he's not actually UK.
I'm sure.
But they went,
I'm sure Faisal can beat everyone in that frame today too. I'm talking about offline though. That as well. I'm talking about online though. I'm talking about offline. Yeah,
maybe it's a different tune when it's offline.
I think a lot of shit can happen online in DBFC's current infrastructure, which is why we had this podcast about Netplay.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, but you didn't even mention Faisal. So you think Faisal's below that?
Damn, I did think I was forgetting someone. No, I would actually put. Would I put Faisal? I wouldn't put Faisal above Shuridan. Would I put Faisal above you and Moss? I honestly, and this isn't a cop out. To show you that I'm not copping out, I'll give you the answer that I would want to give. If Faisal played how he did online, offline, I would put Faisal above you and Moss. But I don't think he can play like that.
Right.
So I would put him on below.
Fair.
The way he plays online is ridiculous.
True.
Because he has no fear.
Yeah,
Offline, he hasn't got lag on his side. And the way he does wake up 5L, he definitely takes advantage of lag. Clear. Just like he can't deny it, right? But his execution in lag is also ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword. But I do think he suffers more from nerves than you and Moss. So I'll put him 7th. I'll put him above Raw Kid. I'll put him above Raw Kid, yeah. I think Raw Kid gets beside himself too much. He gets annoyed at every little thing, even though he plays like a crackhead. So yeah, Raw Kid comes 8th.
Yeah. Everyone?
9th.
Oh, fair. Yeah, Moss said consistency over time over winning a grudge match set. Yeah, I can respect that.
I don't know who would come under. Oh yeah, Jake. I kind of want to put Heatski there.
Yeah, I think Heatski.
I want to put Heatski 10th.
Yeah.
But you've got people like Tox. Tox is pretty good.
Tox is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. I've never seen him offline.
With although we are saying 5th, 6th, whatever, I do think the pool is pretty close, which is exciting. I do think in the first two, I think it's not clear cut, unless it's OB and like below OB. I think it's not clear cut.
Right.
Who's gonna win the set? So yeah, I do think it's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's interesting to see. It'll be good to see. It'll be the next because we got like 3 tournaments in like 2 weeks in the next couple weeks. So yeah, this is
yeah, that's gonna be ridiculous.
First to 2 plug. No, first to 1 plug. First to 2 plug is not that deep. First to 1
he's
plug
OP.
is OD.
First to 1 plug is he's the best.
First to 2 plug ain't that deep. But I don't know how many times I have to avoid or punish his round start 2-6 hours with Blue.
It's rough.
I don't know how many times I have to punish it for him to not do it. Or avoid it. It's like, bro.
He can't be conditioned.
Maybe just super dash round start.
Nah, that's long.
Because I'm always super jump back in. Super jump back.
Up back in?
Yeah, super jump though.
Yeah.
I'm always backwards super jumping. And it's like, bro, just TP, instant transmission, super dash, anything but the thing that's wasting your assist. Please. Or in fact, just do it and not call your assist. Like, I don't know.
It's an idea.
I've seen Plug beat RMZ in first two's bear. I don't understand how RMZ loses to that. Really?
Yeah, nah. RMZ loses to Mad. I've seen it.
I think RMZ doesn't, because there's times when I know Plug's gonna go crazy, and I'm like, there's times where I know he's gonna go crazy, and depending on the situation, I'll either go more crazy because I'm like, I know this will beat that option, or I'll just backdash 2H. So, but I think debate it. Yeah, but I think RMZ is always the type to backdash 2H. He's never the type to go more crazy. If that makes sense.
I think he falls for the craziness the same way Rocket does. Personally, I see him get hit by random stuff, and I see him deflate. I've seen him play like Vader.
Yeah.
And skills. I've seen him play Full Metal, and Full Metal will make him think like, why would you do that? And when he starts thinking that, he goes down. So. Yeah, and Plug can definitely do that to a Brett.
I've tried to be a lot less, why would you do that? And be more like, you're going to do that. I'm going to punish you for it. Because I think you can sort of be like, why would you do that? But you can only do that with smart players.
Yeah, it doesn't work against, no disrespect to Plug.
Sorry, not smart players, sorry. Players who are actually doing stuff for a reason. There's some, that's like...
Yeah, the non-feasy throws. That's cool.
Yeah. So like, against Moss, I'm like, there's some things I do against Moss that it's like, people are like, why would you do that? And it's like, because I play Moss every day. Or not every day, but like most days. I play Moss more than I play anyone else. It's like, because there were twice in the set we played at WSO where I backdashed when I was plus on the Irish. and then a 2H is super dash. And then I'm sure everyone was like, why would you backdash your plus? What are you doing? But it's like, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I know. I would, against anyone else, to be fair, now on the first one, I do that. Just, well, not every single first one, but depending on the situation. If it's like an ambiguous setting, I'll either sit still, or I'll dash block, or I'll backdash. But I'll do something not committal. I'll do something that won't get me hit by something random.
Yeah,
and it's like
that makes sense.
Because I've started observing a lot more, and bro, I'm telling you, if you use the first like scenario to observe, bro, it's actually I can't believe it's taking me this long to like realize, but it's so useful, bro. It's actually insane. Like online, I've seen like a guy. There was a guy up-teching, and I saw a guy's like panic scenario or panic reaction was to up-tech super dash. Next hit for the game, up-tech super dash 2H, bro. It's actually so useful. And there's so many ways to mask it as if you're just like just rolling your face and just doing dumb shit.
It's a strong tactic.
It's a very strong tactic just to take a second. Even if you like drop a combo like on purpose, it's actually pretty strong.
Yeah, Heapski does that a lot. He backs away.
Yeah, Heapski's pretty good at it. You stop playing the character mashup and play the player mashup. Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? In some cases, you stop playing the character matchup and you start playing the Hive Man matchup. And what I'm talking about is when you see GT Goku's either drop a combo or drop out a combo, you know for a fact in the next 10 seconds, in the next 5 seconds, they're gonna jump and throw a beam. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. In the next 5 seconds.
Very strong pattern that they would.
All my buttons are mapped to super dash.
Scumbag.
we were actually talking about that in WhatsApp. He made a fucking hilarious joke because you know how you were saying how you always reflect on Wake Up now after going to Japan.
Yeah.
I said to him, this is what I said his notation for his stickers now. Let me type it in chat. So that. I said that was his notation for his hitbox. And then he was like, it's not accurate. Where's the S so that I can reflect on Wake Up?
That's it.
I was fucking dying. Moss is actually fucking hilarious. It's actually so funny. But you would know it unless you talk to him, bro. It's a
silent assassin, mate.
Yeah, bro, trust me, silent assassin. But I'm gonna let you go because you say you need to go. I also need to go eat. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Hey Moss, we're gonna get some games tomorrow. I can't be having people think I'm not third. So I'm gonna get some games with Moss, get some games with Fish, and I should probably play Rudy as well. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a grind day for sure. Alright, peace out, C4. Thanks for coming on me. Pause. Thanks for coming on with me for the podcast. Don't clip that. Thanks for coming on the podcast with me. Fuck yeah.
No comment.
Darky
lost his mind. Oh, he's clicked it. He's actually clicked it. I know it is.
Fucking prick. Oh my days. Yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Tohan players, 226L run start or 226M, either one, they're always gonna do it. Actually, to be fair, the one that I played today didn't do it. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for interacting in the chat and all that. I'll probably upload. I probably won't upload podcast tomorrow. It'll probably be on Friday because tomorrow I'm gonna be trying to grind the game. But yeah, peace out. Thanks guys, and I'll see if there's anyone to send you to real quick.
In a bit.
Yeah, see you in a bit, man. Safe.